Hi people, Punky here, welcome back to this channel. In this episode we're doing a review for Tier 6 French heavy tank ARL 44, and we will start with appearance of this tank. It is pretty big tank, but it is kind of nice looking tank, you know, with a little bit nicer turret, and without this sliced part here it would be a really beautiful tank. But we are more interested in how this tank appears in games. So it is big, you will have trouble to hide this tank. How big? Well, let's compare it with benchmark on this channel for size, my red T34, and let's close it a little bit so effect would be better. Yeah, it is a really big tank and hard to hide, you know. And armor, like we will see, is pretty open. So probably this tank has nice firepower, and indeed you have bunch of guns in selection for this tank. Even this tier 5 gun from BDR egg tank will do okay, you know. And this is something like replacement, but you want to choose between these two, you know. 90mm gun DCA 45 that you can find on even some tougher tanks, and this 105mm Canon 13TR. So what is you know, what is difference and what is similarity? Well, they have both same aiming time, which is terrible, 3.4 seconds, you know. They have similar rate of fire, but this 90mm gun, because it is smaller, of course have better rate of fire. But guess what? Average damage per minute, or DPM, is better on 105mm gun. Accuracy is better on 90mm, and penetration, but how often you need 212mm of base penetration in tier 6, you know? Not too often, I can tell you. So this one will do, you know, especially if you carry some gold rounds. And then we coming to, you know, main thing. Well, you have 300 alpha with this one, and when you know, shoot them with that many, they will stop and it will hurt, you know. While with 240, especially in tier 7, tier 8, maybe sometimes they will not care much, especially if you roll low like 210, you know. Well, nobody cares about that. So despite better, you know, accuracy, better penetration, like we said, isn't relevant now. You have same aiming time, so you know you will hit equally good with this one and this one, you know. And this one is even more reliable when shooting clutch shots, and with this one it is like German gun. You need to wait for fully aimed shot to achieve that accuracy. So that is why 105mm gun. So what about that armor, you know? Armor is pretty bad on side, and despite this cover here, this additional armor, even tier 4 tanks will pen you easy here. You cannot side scrape effectively with this tank. Frontally on hull it is pretty good armor, and you will stop tier 5 tanks, let alone tier 4. But you know, it is not something spectacular. Turret will bounce just some kissing shots, you know, that will kiss your armor. So how should you play this tank? What about driving? Well, 37 kilometers forward, top speed 10 in reverse, that is pretty good for heavy tank. So they designated this tank as breakthrough tank. You can do that sometimes, but sometimes you can do that in any tank. So it is more, in my opinion and experience, like support tank when you are bottom tier, and you should just support your tanks. And even if you're playing against OI and KV5, KV2, sorry, you should act more like support tanks. You're not on first line, but you're not far, you know. You just shoot when they all shoot. You not brawl, you're not trading shots. So that is how should you play with this tank. You should save your hit points, because that tank cannot win or shoot. Equipment, gun length drive for faster aiming, this improved rotation mechanism for faster rotating of your turret, and gun rammer for faster reloading. And it is pretty satisfying reloading for heavy tank with that much alpha. Okay, so our first game here on province map, and it is tier 7 match. So we have decent speed and we have gun depression, and we are not top tier, so we will go there. But maybe that isn't really matter, because most of people, especially heavy tanks, playing this map wrong anyway. So what I mean, well, you know, they will go until end of that line and they will die, you know. Everybody, especially heavy tanks, they will die first. And here, enemy heavy tanks will go until end of this line and they will die. Why? Well, because people shooting on them from almost every side, you know, and from above, from below, from side, from frontally, you know. And you will see that on minimap now, you know. You will see A20 tried, you know, to stop them there, you know, but he will die too, you know. Everybody dying on those corners, you know. Before on this map, you know, in old good times, these roads were, I call them roads of death, you know, because everybody would try to go over those roads and they would all die, you know. But now, place of death here is this corner, you know. And you see their heavy tank, you know, he's stupid, you know. So these little tanks, you know, to say like that, you know, will molest him and he cannot do anything. Now Sterl will shoot at him from above, you know, then I shooting on KV1, you know, he cannot even see me because he waiting for me to go up and I already see him, and then one more shot in that top tier heavy tank, he's dead. There is T150, and I playing that I went up, but I will wait here, you know. Then he came out and, you know, we bounced, but who cares, you know, because that happens from time to time, you know. Why? Well, you know, even on that tier 1 very good little tank MS1, you know, you have portion on your gun mantled where even this tank can probably bounce, you know. Well, this tank has a big caliber, but if I have 175 millimeters of penetration, but I have, you know, small caliber like maybe, I don't know, 40 millimeters, that gun would still, you know, bounce on some portions of gun mantle. So it is same on every tank. You always have those portions there where you will bounce. So it doesn't even matter, you know. So we hit that VK. We waited for aiming shot, but you know, he realized I can shoot him, so he pulled back. And then we put one very good clutch shot on that KV-85, you know. And we said that 90mm gun is more accurate when you fully aim, but you would never do that shot with that gun, you know, because I tried. Because, you know, it will go just in sky, in dirt, you know, everywhere. It does not go toward tanks, not even close. So those kind of guns are the worst, you know, mostly on German tanks, you know. You need to aim fully. If you don't aim fully, it will finish everywhere, so you need to wait all the way. Do we have shots on KV? Wow, we shot that KV-85. And you noticed I'm moving, you know, this window, that window, you know, to say like that. So T150 maybe thinks, oh, he's there shooting there, should I do peekaboo here? Yes, you will. We set him on fire, but just a moment, he extinguished that fire very fast. Now we hear that we pushing something, so we turn a little bit to the right, and that was good because you would go on that rock. And then he decided to, you know, use this chance to move and to attack our tanks there, which was maybe smart idea. Probably it was. He was good player, I can tell that, you know. And then we fired one more round, you know. 8-5 for us, you know. And our top tier heavy tank is still alive. Why? Well, because he didn't go in this position. There you go. he's using X road of death and now a road of salvation. Well, not really salvation, but a road of TDs and scouts. Okay, that was one spectacular going down. First time I doing this, not for you. I am not saying that, I just did that, not even realizing this game will end in a review until I saw how good it was, So now I thinking that I was too much focusing on wrong things, so I didn't have clear mind. So I was thinking, that Saint Emil is still alive. Unfortunately, that shot, that VK was, incredibly lucky, this entire engagement. You will see why. So they destroyed, artillery. I just pushing this tank. Maybe something will try to hit me, but I'm not even spotted. Still, I am careful. You see that? Little bit going too much to the left. You saw that also. Luckily, Skoda bounced, and now I aiming there. Aiming there to be ready if something is shooting, and now I decided, okay, I will go and finish that VK. So how lucky he was. Well, I tried, side scraping, but I'm too slow. And you saw green, but I hit him just below that, and that bounced. And luckily, only now they started penetrating me. And he used this chance to shoot at me, I wanted to shoot at him back, but he's still alive, and he is more than one shot for me, So I decided to shoot on that T-34, but he heard that and decided to go. So rusty tank on rusty tank. I am still not with, around in chambers, so that took me some time. So he shot me and Skoda shot me, and I used him as cover, and Skoda is rushing for some reason. Do we have shots? Yes, but it is too late. There is T-34, 85, one shot for everyone, but he's not in our visual. So we are going in reverse for some reason. Don't know why I did that in this moment, but I guess I was under stress with all that shots incoming, So I was really confused where he is. I was hoping maybe there took one blind shot, and then again I decided to move backwards. I don't know why I did this. I really don't know why I did this. It is so embarrassing, And then I fired one more blind shot, I don't know really. But he was even beyond my visual. And you will see on minimap just a moment, there he is, and he's gone, But until this point, you can say that I did pretty well, So let's see postgame data and who did what, in this one. Okay, so we on 19,000 rubles, 17 shots fired, 12 on target. It was very good accuracy for this gun. Let's see, 6 tanks damage and we killed just one, but we did some assistant damage. And let's see team score, set on experience, first in that with 1,285 stars of experience, just one kill, but 3,023 HP of damage, so we were not lucky with kills, but we were lucky with damage, and we were first in both teams. 2 tanks spotted even, high caliber, steel wall in this tank, far for effect, shell proof, spotter, and M badge for this tank and this game, and it was my first M badge in this tank in 19.8 game, so it isn't easy to get embed in this tank. Now let's see one live battle. Okay, so time for one battle that is recorded live, and let's see what this tank can do in random battle. Hopefully it isn't too strong. It is still 7 again, so that is good enough, good as we can get. A lot of those VZs 44, well, more in our team actually. So we can pen them. In a rusty tank. And when you watch those tanks, they look like medium tanks, nothing heavy about them. But they are pretty nasty. And pretty nicely armored, frontally, so it is kind of similar story like with this tank, just on much bigger level. Sights are very weak. So I could go up there. I am pretty fast for heavy tank, I mean. But am I spotted? Not really. Is he in range? He is. We just fired. We needed to fire because he would escape, So we'll just go there, pop out like that, and then we will go back. And then again, and there you go. There is tank there. And we fired again. Can he return fire? I'm not really sure. Ooh. G.Pz decided to rush or what? I don't know. We will wait a little bit. So G.Pz can, kind of... Ha! For last sake, that G.Pz. And this was even a PCR run. Psych scraping. Okay, G.Pz is shooting. And G.Pz is bouncing also. So we already achieved something, here. But I will wait for this tiger so he can take over a little bit here. We don't want to risk too much. Will he go? Nope. Ooh. We don't have shot on him. There you go. That dude went on VZ, and unfortunately that didn't pay off. Do we see his side? Yes, we do. So we put one round in him, not wasting, saving this gold rounds. I don't know why I don't see him now. Tiger, are you on open? Yes, you are. Good job, Tiger. Why you did that? You could just go forward toward that crap, And he's dead now. Nope. Okay, I guess we need to move. toward this area and kill this dude, you know, for my team. Ooh, that was giant shots. We bounced one. Can we escape in time? Wow, that was camping tiger. in a top tier camping tiger, you know. Yeah, that is just incredible. That is just incredible. We're praying for shot there, but we don't have shots. But here, you know, that dude is waiting for me. He has nice line, I can see that, but no, I want to shoot a little bit on this tiger. Just a little bit. Do we have shot? Nope. Okay. Tiger is moving. Tiger is moving. We just barely saw some shot there. No, nothing. Why you didn't go back, dude? Why you didn't go back? There you go, he's dead. Switching to HE round, just in case, but I guess somebody else will call the tanks, you know, waiting to kill the Tati. And not even chance. Okay, but still not bad game. You saw, you know, they will not ignore you, you know, when you start slamming this 300 HP. So let's see post game data and who did what here. And I think I even spotted those things, not sure for that, but we will check that too. Oh, the second class, I told you it is very hard to get even first class, let alone M badge in this tank. But you see, you know, I am better in damage than any of those enemy tanks. We earned some credit by shooting all that gold, sorry for that, but those things are scary. I still don't know armor well to shoot, you know. 10 tanks damage and we killed, sorry, 10 shots, pardon, 9 on target, okay accuracy, you know. So we spotted actually 2 enemy tanks. And that question, should you keep this tank or sell it as soon you unlock another one? And my answer is right here, you know, 66% win ratio in heavy tank. That is really something. I don't have that even in KV1. So, you know, it is good, you know, when we look at that, you can do some good damage. So let's see, awards, you know, nothing special for this 100 games. But is this tank fun, you know? Well, it is decently fast for heavy tank. It is nice looking heavy tank. It is tank with you know, not perfect but pretty good gun, you know, that can hit really hard. So in my opinion, big yes for this ARL 44. You should keep it, you know, with better crew. This can be just better and better. So, you know, if you want to be some sort of stud podder in ARL 44, probably you could do that also. So like I said, big yes for ARL 44.